Welcome, yogis. For today, we'll start straight away onto our backs. And right there, I'll explain to you what we are doing today. But first things first, get cozy and long onto your mat. So we have a seasonal change, a change of month, and so with that, our digestion changes a fair bit as well. And so this becomes, for that reason, sort of this kind of rinse, twist, detox kind of flow, just opening up and letting go to whatever is stuck. And for that reason, just kind of opening up a little bit more into seasonal changes, the changes in food intake, in produce, as well as just really kind of feel like we're back into life, right? Long hours at work often enough, so nice to open that up. So bring two hands to your belly as you come to lie down. And just take a few really sort of exaggerated breath here. So as we breathe in, let it rise through the chest, but also into the belly. Balloon up the belly. And then exhale, let it fall. So again, try and do that at least 2 more times, where you get the hands to expand outwards and the belly to inflate on the breath in, and where it falls down. And so the belly gets that nice little massage as well as the organs do. And after the third breath, we can come back to that sort of more normal and natural breath, but do let it flow in and out through the nose, please. And then we'll start into our banana asana, which is a beautiful side lengthening. And so we'll bring the arms overhead, but I'd like your hands to touch down. And so the bend through the elbows is rather essential for this for most of us. Bring the feet nice and close together, and then we'll start to bring those 2 feet together to the left side of the mat. So kind of reach them over as much as you can. And then with that, the shoulders and the hands go over towards the left side as well. Keep touching down the 2 shoulders and the 2 glutes. And so what you'll end up is the shape of a banana or a half moon. And that right side of your body gets nice and long. And we're working length into the A ascending column here. Maybe you grab the right hand as well and pull the right arm a little further over so we get even longer through the side body. And we'll just take 4 breaths here. See if you can still breathe into the belly and into the waistline. So we promote that space. Let's take 1 more big breath. And then slowly we move all the way back through center. And we give it that nice little stretch, 12 o'clock, long and skinny on the floor, so to speak. And then we bring those 2 legs out to the corner, right corner of your mat. And then the hands over as well as the shoulders. Grabbing maybe your left hand and reaching that over. And again, finding that length, this time through the descending column, the left side of your waistline. Breathe your big breath, massage through that whole side simply by breathing. Imagine and see for yourself really all this space that we're finally creating into these areas where, generally speaking, we collapse a lot and we hunch a lot. Another big benefit here is that we're just really waking up. We're getting a lot of energy flowing back when we're lengthening our side body. We'll take that last full round of breath here. Beautiful. And then slowly coming back through the center, get nice and long on the floor here. And then we'll slowly hug those knees into your chest, really squeeze the thighs into the belly so that transverse abdomen gets a nice little squeeze and tuck here. And then from there now, with that squeeze, hands over your shins, start to rock backwards and forwards. And so normally we grab underneath the knees for yoga. Really grab the shins here. Keep that compression through our abdomen. Try and squeeze the thighs nice and tight as we take these tiny little rolls. Last one. And then we'll come to sit down, cross the legs, and maybe straight away going to your less dominant side. Press the other leg over. And just to kind of get out of habits and the things that we do the most of. Hands onto the knees here. There's a few rounds of seated cat-cow. Inhale, really lift your heart. Can you draw the shoulders wide and down? And then exhale, chin to chest. Round back, lean back. Like if it wasn't for holding your knees or your shins, you tumble back. Inhale again, rise up. Heart up, spine long, look up. And exhale again, really lean and hunch back. Feel that stretch into the shoulders, scapula even. 3 more breaths, inhale. Close your eyes maybe and see if you can start to freestyle this a little bit. If you need any other movements such as side swinging or neck rolls, feel free to insert those. And we're already ready for that final breath here. Good. Once you're all the way up into a seat, just step your feet down to the floor. And slowly flip yourself up and over into a forward fold. So we're straight away at the top of our mat. Knees can definitely be bent here. If anything, really bend them to protect the lower back. Shake your head, yes and no. Let go of some stuff again. And still the stomach is touching the thighs here, so we do have that compression. And that kind of squeeze into the organs there. And take a deep breath in, take a halfway lift. Hands to the hips so we can get a little longer at the start here. And exhale again, thighs, stomach touch, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the hip bones, long spine, belly in. One more time, exhale, thighs, stomach, forward fold. And then inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Standing nice and tall into our mountain pose. You might walk the feet a little closer together, bring the hand palms forward, shoulders down and back. And then inhale, reach the hands all the way up, as tall as you can be. Cross the thumbs at the top. And then exhale, half moon to the right side. Same as what we've done with our banana asana. Inhale, reach the hands up through the ceiling, and exhale to the left side, hips to the right. And then inhale, reach all the way up. Wide arms, forward folds, like a swan dive down. Halfway lift, inhale, hands might now go to the shins. And then step into our plank pose, which we all know so well. Let's hold that there for a moment, really press into those back muscles, lift the belly, but still widen and open through those collarbones. And then bring the knees down, look forward, and lower down slowly. Elbows come in, strength there. Toenails down, squeeze the elbows in. Little baby back bend here. Again, that stomach has the compression in the floor. So really make it a cobra, long neck. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. This is our first down dog here, so take a little moment to walk out your dog. Pedal those heels down. Breathe and have that lift into the pelvic floor, navel to spine. Belly is nice and tight, supporting the back. Another 2 breaths here. And then inhale, look forward. Step your right foot forward, then the left foot forward. Take your halfway lift, breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach and rise up. Big one this time. And exhale, forward fold. Nice. Halfway lift, inhale, maybe a smile on your face. Step into your high plank. Feel free to come back to the knees, otherwise shift forward and still lower down nice and slowly. Exhale. Cobra again, toenails down. Shoulders back, collarbone, smile, long neck. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, then look forward. Step your left foot forward first, then the right foot. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, grow tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Knees down or shift forward. Inhale, and then exhale, lower. Breath in with grace, lift. Really let the lower back work for you here. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. Another 3 breaths here. Maybe beginning to pick up that Ujjayi breath, that whisper sound on the back of your throat. And the tongue kind of restricting the back of the throat. Bending the knees ever so slightly if you need that, and if that gives you extra length and lift from the tail going up to the ceiling, spine is lengthening. Bring the feet a little closer to each other, lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Let's take a big hip yawn, meaning the right knee bends up to the ceiling. Right heel, I'm almost kicking myself in the butt there. On the left heel, the one on the floor, ground it down as much as you can. Still push the floor away. Inhale, straighten out the leg, 3-legged dog. And exhale, step it forward in between the hands. An easy open twist to start with, meaning the right hand lifts. Try and stay strong through the legs rather than collapsing into that left hand. So come to the fingertips if you can even. And with all this strength, we'll take about 3 to 4 seconds to slowly come up on the breath in. And we come up with the right hand going to the back of the mat and the left hand coming forward. So we come up into a twist. Keep those hip bones going straight forward. Work those glutes. Reach the arms to opposite sides. As we stay low through the legs here, reach the back hand to the back leg. There's only one of each there. And the left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Get that length as if someone's grabbing your hand right there. Take another big breath in, find that length, lift. And then exhale, hands cartwheel all the way down. Inhale, high plank. You might take your floating high to low plank. You might absolutely not, or even take the knees down. All good. Inhale for your little back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Left leg lifts up then. Inhale. Exhale to your hip yawn. Try and flex the left toes. Ground the right heel down and the left one to your bottom. Open the left knee and hip as much as you can, but keep pushing the floor away. And inhale, straighten out the leg, hip square. And then exhale, step it forward without making a sound. Easy open twist. Inhale, left hand reaches up. And straight away, don't let it carry the weight through the hands and into the mat. Come onto the fingertips. Squeeze the glutes. Work the hips. We come up for 4. Left hand back, right hand forward. 3, 2, 1. Nice and upright spine. Avoid that leaning forward here. Belly in. Look into your left side. Hip bones quite square. You might feel that one side can twist better than the other, and that's okay. Back leg is straight. Back hand to the back leg as the right hand reaches up. And really find that lift, that length. Big breath. Lift, lift, lift as you sit low through the legs. And then exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Back to your high plank. Maybe the leg is lifted, maybe the knees are down. Exhale, lower down. To your cobra, big breath in. Work those lower back muscles. To your downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step or a little jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Big toes together to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Good, chair pose, breath in. And straight away, let's bring those hands together from center of chest. Try and lengthen out of the waistline and out of the belly. Open the collarbones. Weight into the heels. Toes light and fluffy. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, sit lower. And then exhale, twist to the right side. Left elbow touches. As you look to the right, notice the thumb into the armpit. Push and lift. So the thumbs come at the center of chest. And then quickly check that the knees are still in one straight line. Breathe. And then slowly, as we're twisting here, lift the left heel, the left toes, and step it back. Twisted crescent lunge. Bring the back knee down if you need to. And again, lift and press. Maybe even open those arms. Big breath in here. Big breath out, hands come down. High plank, breath in. Just know your options, and then you can change it every time. Exhale as we flow down. Breath in, cobra up dog. Breath out, dog. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, step or jump. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. And once you're up, straight away those hands together. Take a moment, realign, strengthen. Sit lower, breath in. Then twist, exhale, right elbow touches the outside of the left thigh, so twisting to the left side. Check your alignment, push and lift again on your exhale. Thumb center of chest, belly in, looking sideways or up. And sit as low as you can with those two knees exactly lined up. Find your focus, lift your right heel, your right toes, and slowly lift it and stop it. And then twist again. Belly in. Maybe opening those arms. Big breath in to stay. Exhale, hands down. High plank. Know that you can also go straight to your dog, otherwise low plank. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right leg to lift. Inhale. Come back to your hip yawn. Exhale. So again, the right knee lifts. The left heel grounds down. See if you can ground the left forearm down to the floor. Push the floor away. Open the right knee more. And then straighten the leg and the arms. Push back, three-legged dog. Right knee to the left elbow. Twist. Extend the right leg besides the left hand. Right hand stays down. Back foot goes flat. Fallen triangle. Reach the left hand up. Big breath in. Reach it over and back. And come back. High plank. Breath in. Feeling tired, bring the knees down or skip it. Exhale, lower. Breath in, back bend. And breath out, downward facing dog. Take the breath. Left leg lift, inhale. Bend and open, hip yawn. Ground the right heel down as much as you can. Left knee lifts. Maybe right forearm can now come down. Lift the left knee more. And then push and straighten through the arms and the legs. Inhale. Left knee to the right elbow. Cross and lengthen the leg there. Left hand stays down. Back foot flattens. Right hand lifts up. And then over. Breathe in. And exhale, hands down. High plank, breath in. Low plank, breath out. Inhale, back bend. exhale, dog. Really nice. 3 breaths here. Squeeze the belly in. Lift the shoulders up. Push the floor away as you look at your toes. One more round of breath. Now we shift forward to high plank. And let's open to the right side. Feel free to lower the left knee if you want to for your side plank. So left knee down. Otherwise, you have your high plank, 2 legs on top of each other. Reach the right hand up. And then just like in the beginning, that banana and that half moon, can you lift the hips? Reach the right hand over. Reach the right hand back to 12 o'clock. Lift the right leg, bend, and step it all the way to the front. It's funny, isn't it? Inhale, high lunge, rise up. And exhale, warrior 2. Open it up. Let's reverse straight away. Right hand draws long back. Exhale into a side angle. Right elbow to right thigh. Left hand reaches over. 2 more rounds. Reverse. Inhale. Extended side angle. Right elbow, right thigh. Left hand over. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Cartwheel the hands down. This time high plank, breath in. Any way you like to, come down to the floor. Stay. Baby bow. We bend our knees and grab the ankles. Good. Keep the thighs down onto the floor, and if you can't grab the ankles, just taking airplane. And that looks like this, arms and legs lift. If you can grab the ankles, keep the thighs down. And so take a big breath in here. Push the thighs into the floor, flex the toes, and lifting just through the upper body. Hold for 5 more seconds, thighs down, look forward. Lift the shoulders and upper body more. Whole of our transverse abdomen compressed into the floor. And then slowly lower down and take a moment. Forearms down. Sway the legs from side to side. And grabbing those legs again, the ankles to be precise. This time you grab it higher towards the toes. And you can rock a little side to side. And also a little back and forth. Just to get some movement through ascending, descending, transverse. So we get that massaging. Forward, backwards, side to side. Super awkward, I know. But just humor me. Good. And then slowly letting go. Hands to the floor, curl the toes, press back through the knees or straight to plank to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Shifting forward, high plank. And pick your side plank to the left side. So right knee down if you need to. No problem. Left hand reaches. Reaches over as you lift the hips. Get long through the left side body. Reach it back up. Lift the left leg. Step it all the way forward. Crescent lunge when you're ready. Up, breath in. And open up. Warrior 2. Breath out. Reverse. Get long left side body. Breath in. Left hand back. Extended side angle. Left elbow. Right, left thigh. Right hand over. And again. Inhale, take it back. Stay low through the legs. Exhale. Reach. Get out of the shoulders, everyone. Last one. Breath in. Take it back. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Breath in, high plank. Lower down, slowly. Exhale. One more time, our bow. Bend your knees. Grab closer to the toes this time around. So you can point the toes. Walk your legs as close to each other as you can. Take a deep breath in and let the inhale kick the thighs off and the upper body. So the full belly should take all of your weight right now. Look forward, calm down with me for 5. Kick out in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let yourself rest for a moment. Again, head down. Sway the legs to relax the lower back. Breathe. Hands underneath the shoulders, through the knees or straight to plank. Press back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. And the right leg lifts up, big breath in again. Step it forward, but not as far as you would normally go. So more like a meter, meter and a half. Back foot goes flat. There's space in between the 2 feet. And then slowly hands to hips rise up. And so as we're rising up, have your 2 hip bones going straight forward. Otherwise, realign, adjust. Chin to chest, hands on the hips, and like a little snail, start to round and curl. So chin to chest, choking sensation, so our thyroid's really kind of getting shut down here for a moment. Round, 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 round. Bend your front knee and touch the forehead to the knees all the way. You can bend your knees to make that happen. Maybe touch the fingertips to the floor for support, otherwise keep them to the hips. And make it really hard to breathe here. Chin to chest, forehead on knee. Maybe hairline if you can. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. Roll yourself back up like a little snail. Step all the way forward. Straight into tree pose. Right sole of the foot into the calf or inner thigh. Lift your chin a little bit more than normal. And so we get that rush of fresh blood going into the thyroid, which is highly linked to digestion, but also immune system and just general happiness. So let's give it some space. Let's look up. Keep your tree pose, but look forward. And bring the right hand to the right thigh, so it's resting there. And then flip your hand palm up, so the back of the hand is resting on the thigh. The left hand reaches up to the ceiling. And we take a tree half moon. Slide the right hand to the knee, and the left hand over as your hips push a little to the left side. Long again through the left side body. X-ray your spine in your mind and make sure you're long. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. Slowly come all the way up, hands up. And exhale, forward fold. So 2 feet down as you forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. And if you're feeling like flowing, do it now. Otherwise, just simply step to downward facing dog. So it's up to you. I'll leave a few extra breaths. So it's time for us all to return back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up then when you're ready, breath in. And exhale, about 1.5 meters, step it forward. Back foot flattens, there's space. Try and get it precise, but know that there's time to adjust. Hands to the hips, rise. And then realign if need to. 2 hips forward, like 2 headlights. Chin to chest, inhale, take that inhale. And then exhale, belly in, round, curl. Forehead to the knees. Maybe fingertips down. Round and curl until it's hard to breathe or talk. Hold for 5. Roll up slowly. Step forward. Left foot, inner calf, inner thigh, never on the knee. Breathe. Lift the chin. Look up. If you're really wobbly, bring that foot to the floor on the inner ankle, just so we still have that opening into the thyroid now. Looking forward, left hand, left thigh, hand palm facing up. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling. Big breath in here and go over left side. Keep the shoulders square. Keep the right side body long. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring it back, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, dog or flow. Do what you feel like today. Your body really more than your ego. Leaving again another 3 breaths until we are all back in downward facing dog. And slowly lowering those knees down to the floor as we come into our little rabbit pose here. So we'll come and sit down, point your toes for this one. I'll show you guys first and then I'll give you some time to do it because in this shape it's really hard and also really quite bad for your neck to look around. So when you're ready, you kind of grab your heels from behind. You might not grab them fully and that's okay. Same thing as just now, tuck your chin. Round, round, curl, curl, belly in. Grab those heels, touch the top of the head to the floor, forehead to your knees. Maybe walk your knees closer but no pressure into the head. And then pull on those heels as we compress through the neck. So give that a go. Making sure that the weight really stays out of the head though. So you have that lightness of lifting through the hips and therefore you have the heels nice and tightly. If it hurts the neck, come out straight away. Do not do it because then we're pressing into the head. Once you have done it, then come back up and take a moment to sit tall again and look up. Slowly looking forward, just simply moving onto hands and knees as we move into our half pigeon. So right knee comes to the right wrist. Really make that the outside line of your mat here. Shin is parallel-ish. Drag the left leg back. Feel free to modify into a figure 4, thread the needle. You know, anything that works is still this stretch. Now, if you can, walk onto your tippy fingertips. Yeah, getting nice and long through the spine, and then reach the hands up. Get long through the front body and the side body. Imagine 2 hands into the air, lifting you up. Take another big breath in. And then exhale, hands come forward. And let yourself rest down. Maybe even arms all the way classic style forward. Get as comfortable as you can be in your half pigeon. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. back to walk back. And simply bring that left leg forward out into the side, so it's off your mat. The right knee stays kind of the same, which means the right sole of the foot is into the left inner thigh. And then left hand reaches towards the left shin. Really peel the right shoulder back, so we're almost kind of side lengthening. Bring the left hand to the shin, the right hand up as you reach over. I want you to feel this in your right side body where just have that compression down into your ascending column. If you're feeling quite flexible, you bring the left forearm on the inside of your calf here. But no collapsing, no rounding, no trying to grab your foot. Right shoulder on top of the left shoulder, reaching over until you feel this kind of like really big stretch on the right lower waistline. Another full round of breath here. Rising up, take that length and that lift up. Your left leg now crosses, so you're sitting forward with the left leg into a cross-legged seat. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches over again, and this time just simply lengthening over. Right hand might stay to the floor, or right hand might walk further out, so the right forearm comes down. Only if the two sit bones can stay grounded. Another full round of breath here. And then slowly coming all the way up and over, back to tabletop. You might take a little cat-cow there just because it's nice to move the spine. You might also take a downward facing dog because it might be nice to straighten out the knees. Listen to yourself. Here we all come back and setting up for half pigeon to the left side. So left knee to the left side of your mat, behind the left wrist, so to speak. Shin parallel-ish. And then drag the right leg back until the hips are nice and square. Modify if you need to, square up the hips more importantly, and then reach maybe those hands up. Hold for 3, keep reaching and lifting for 2. And 1, hands come down and resting forward. Maybe 2 straight hands coming forward, head down. Or if you need to be more comfortable elsewhere, then choose elsewhere. Good. Try and soften. Try and hips square. To the third breath, go to the hands. And bring the right leg out to the side, just off your mat, that's straight. Left sole of the foot is now into the inner thigh. Right hand comes to right shin. Left hand reaches up and over. Think about the left shoulder coming up. If it was possible on the other side, and if it's possible here, forearm, top of your forearm reaches the sides and on the inside of the calf. Reach and lengthen and spin the collarbones up. Breathe into this length. If you're not feeling the lower side waistline, think about the left shoulder opening more, reaching more. And then come up, inhale with length and lift. Right leg crosses forward. So again, cross-legged seat, right shin is forward. Left hand to the floor, right hand reaches up, inhale, and go over to the left side. Left hand might stay down, or left hand might walk outwards until left forearm touches down. Stay long through the spine, shoulders square, to sit bones down. Breathe. Come all the way up. Reach the legs forward and come to lie back down. We're right back to where we started. Take a little swaying here, whether your knees are bent or maybe you're lying flat down. Then we hug the right knee into the right shoulder and the left leg straightens forward. But take the right knee out and then down to the shoulder, so we come pressing onto the ascending column. Good digestion starter here, and good kind of kick start. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And if your left leg lifts up, kind of flex those toes maybe, or bend the knee if you need. Hold for 3. Squeeze it tighter. For 2. And 1, right leg stretches forward. Feel that rush of heat. Left knee comes in, interlace all 10 fingers. Left knee to the left shoulder, and now squeeze it in. It doesn't matter how far you get. Try and flatten the back of the neck and long, so you get sort of that double chin. And then squeeze it as tightly as you can. Thigh into the ribs of the side body. Descending column. Shoulders down. Press tighter. And letting go and be absolutely still. Good, guys. So I really never finish my classes online in a shoulder stand or a plow, mainly for the reason that it is quite dangerous for you guys to look at me and then try and do it yourself at the same time. So just like a little rabbit, if you remember, I'll just show you where we're going through the different stages. And so as soon as I then cue it and you do it by yourself, really keep looking up to the ceiling. Just promise me that. Don't look at the screen. Okay, so I'll show you first. Don't do anything yet. Set the soles of the feet to the floor. We'll hug the knees into the chest. As you lift your bum off, you grab your hands onto the lower back. Good. Legs go straight up. Walk your hands closer, your elbows closer, and legs come straight up to the ceiling. Shoulders stand. If you want later to progress, we'll go into plow pose, which will bring those legs all the way back behind you. Depending on your flexibility, you might come to touch the floor. All the way behind you, belly in. Reach the hands down and palms down. And the same thing, you come, bend your knees, and roll all the way out, just to make that nice and slow. So I'll cue you now. I won't do it myself as well, so I can really kind of have you guys look up to the ceiling. Never turn or twist your neck. So again, hug those knees into your chest. Lift your bum off the floor as you walk your hands to the lower back. See if you can kind of walk them up to the middle back and get your elbows closer to each other up. Those legs will extend straight up to the ceiling. We'll just stay there for 5 breaths. Decide to stay into your shoulder stand here or gently move into plow. Those legs stay straight. Keep looking up and start to sort of fold yourself almost in half. Those legs come behind you. Maybe, just maybe, the toes come all the way to touch the floor. Another 3, breath and plow, or shoulder stand. Find an easier exit, which is just a bend through the knees. You kind of come besides the ears and then roll the spine down. Slowly articulate the spine. You set the feet down. You take a moment here to rest. And we'll set to the fish pose, which is our last shape before Savasana together. And that's always the big counter pose right after our shoulder stand. Again, try and not look left and right very much. Keep looking up and later behind you. Feet are down, knees are bent, and just bring your hand palms underneath your glutes with the hand palms facing down. So I'm literally lying onto my hand palms now, top of my hands. Straighten the legs from there on out. And then your elbows kind of weirdly splay out. And so we'll try and get them together. So first things first, bring those legs together. And then lift through the chest and the head. Push those elbows underneath your body as close as you can get them together. And then let your head fall back. Good. Those of my full fishies that want to, you can lift your legs and sway your legs from side to side. That's really hard work. So you might just stay with your restorative fish here. Let your head fall back. 2 breaths. And just as slowly after that last breath, come to tuck the chin, lie down and bring the hands from underneath you, beside you. This is time for Savasana. Again, shimmy the shoulders down. Reach the hand palms beside you, hand palms facing up. Take up a little bit of space to cool down. Collectively, let's take a deep, big breath in, again, way into the belly. And then exhale, lion's breath, tongue out of your mouth. Sigh out. If you need another 2 or 3 like that, it's an amazing way to cool down and to detoxify, and do it here. And when you're ready, we come to stillness. Savasana. Breath is normal, natural, but trying to have that normal and natural still move into the stomach. And really feel how just simply breathing into the belly massages the abdominal wall, nourishing the organs. Just check if there's any tightness anywhere, something that you can let go. Such a gift to ourselves, this yoga and this learning to let go. Sigh it out again if you need to. And then committed to that absolute stillness. final few breaths together. Coming to bend the knees. Keep your eyes closed. Just sway your legs a little from side to side. Keeping the eyes closed and the breath flowing. Come to roll to your right side and just cuddle up there for a normal movement. Still the eyes closed. Using the top arm to press into the floor and come to a final seat. Knees crossed or sitting on the knees. Take the hands to rest down and take a moment to just sit. Find length into the spine. Bring the hands together, thumb center of chest. Take a moment to thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up and for doing the work and giving yourself this. Yogis, thank you for joining me.